Welcome to Film Phreeks. This is Justin Llewellyn.
Eddie Williams.
And tonight we're going to be doing an audio review of the latest Mission Impossible film that came out, which is Mission Impossible Fallout, which is once again directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who also directed the previous one, Road Nation. Now, for those of you who have been following our channel, we did an audio retrospective of all the Mission Impossible films that you're welcome to check out, and we'll put the link in here as well. And this one is now the sixth film in the franchise.
And it's the first one to actually be an almost direct sequel of the
last one.
Film.
Yeah,
we speculate this is all together since the beginning, but they really kind of pull at the same time do kind of a Bond thing where, all right, we did a previous movie, now we're moving on to the next.
Yeah,
this one is actually a direct sequel, which brings back Lane. From the villain from the last movie, the fifth one.
Yeah, and this film is, once again, has the same cast. You got Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, and everyone else. And this time, the syndicate that you saw in the last film makes a return by... Not going to go into too much detail, but basically the syndicate from the last movie has people that are still after Hunt and his crew, and basically it's up to Hunt and his team to try to investigate what's happening.
Well, what's weird is it's not what do we call them? The
syndicates.
Syndicates. It's like a spin-off of them called the Apostles.
Yeah, and they're also they're using plutonium that's going to be used to basically create like a gas or like a worldwide smallpox. Yeah,
and it causes a bunch of diseases that wipes out people. Basically, what syndicates were.
Yeah, and so basically it deals with Hunt and his crew having to go after them, and we'll leave it there because I don't want to spoil anything else.
Yeah.
But as you know, we've really enjoyed all these films that have come out, with the exception of two. Every one of them, I feel like, are getting better and better.
They are, and it's one of those rare franchises where the later films are actually better than the older films.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I was blown away with this film. I was pleased what I watched.
I was too. I was at a loss of words.
Yeah.
Like, to get my positives out of the way, once again, Cruise always shines as always.
And he does.
The crew as well, the teamwork they put into is great, especially when you got some new characters joining in, like Henry Cavill, coming off of playing Superman. And this is the film that everybody was talking about with him growing his mustache out. Yeah, and I'm sure
there's mustache.
Yeah, and then they had the CGI in Justice League. But anyway, he was worth it. He was great. I think Henry Cavill, this is probably my favorite performance that he's done, because he was like fucking great in this.
Yes, he was fucking, he put it up there on the line, and I thought he did, man, outstanding. The cinematography in this film, they just get better and better with everything. The stunts were amazing, because you got to think that Tom Cruise put his personal stunts in hyperdrive in this film.
Yeah,
for practically everything you see on here, he's getting hurt.
Yeah,
in real life.
For a guy his age, he's still keeping it strong with all the stuff that he does. Especially one of my favorite parts is the part where you have that it's that part where he's running across the buildings and stuff, and he actually hurts his leg and actually he actually injured his leg.
Yeah, but I really like the some of the stories where it's like the stakes are higher, like the third one with Philip Seymour Hoffman, where he was like really brutal. Lane and a certain other person who's a villain here take that shit to another level, and that, and there's some where they bring out, there's you see it in the poster if you go in the theaters, but the wife is back. But man, those dream sequences.
Yeah, it gets really intense throughout this, because they also they actually kind of bring up events from 3, 4, and 5, and not going to spoil anything, there's also a brief reference to the first film, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so the film does kind of give you a greatest hits of from the other films, small little references to kind of
I hope they keep that going, because I'd rather these go in continuity instead of bonding.
Yeah,
doing what James Bond
where
does.
It's all standalones.
Yeah, but if I don't have really much cons in this film, I think this is tied for one of my favorites of the franchise.
Yeah, me too. Especially, I think this this is fighting for whether I like this more than 3 or 3 more in this one.
Yeah, it's
but
fighting
this
top tied.
is satisfied everything that you could expect from Mission Impossible. It has the fun crew. It's got the fun entertainment value. It's got the pushes a lot of the stakes higher.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of the action scenes that are well timed.
And a certain somebody,
somebody that happens,
yeah,
and
like the vulnerability in some of
the
these
vulnerability is very on the line with here.
Yeah.
And basically, that's really at a short. As we I also got to give the score as well. The score really reminded me of
really good.
Was also reminded me of Dark Knight Rises. Kind of had like a Hans Zimmer type feel.
Yeah, it did have a Hans Zimmer, and I love the score. But other than that, man, this was a great entry to the franchise, and I gotta say, I'm gonna give this a phenomenal grade on the Film Freaks meter.
I am too. I'm going to give it a phenomenal grade on the Film Freaks meter. Well, I mean, there's more we can go into detail, but this movie was I think is probably one of the best films. One of the best action films of the last decade for me. It really blew me away.
Yep.
So, for those of you who have also seen Mission Impossible Fallout, let us know in the comments below what you thought about it and the other films as well. And if you like what you see here, you can feel free to like, subscribe to our channel, check out more of our other reviews here on our channel and our website at filmfreaks.com. And we'll be seeing you in our next review. We'll see you later.
Later.